Okay guys, Aunt Angie just came over and I was telling her about the strange stuff that was happening in the house and she said she had a story for me.
Okay, so I was standing in the kitchen and I said, here's something that sounds like glass break. It sounds like a window breaking or something. So I grabbed the broom, I start looking all through the house. Don't notice, I come back up. Your wreath thing that was across the fireplace was almost in the middle of the rug over there.
Did you put it back on?
No, I put it over there.
Okay, because when I came home the wreath wasn't there and Carrie said, what happened to my wreath? So there's something else that moved that shouldn't move. You saying it was like in the middle of the living room?
It was laying about here and batteries over here.
Yeah, so just another strange thing that's happened here.
It was just so weird because I mean I dusted around that thing every week that it was up there and it never was loose or anything.
I know. Strange things are happening here.
No, nobody was near it. Gage wasn't near it, but I put it over there because I didn't know if he would eat it and I couldn't get it to get back on here.
Well, that solves the mystery of why it ended up over there, but
No, I should have sent you a message and told you, but it was weird.
Okay, so one more weird thing was here that Aunt Angie told me when the wreath fell off there and ended up in the middle of the floor, she moved it back here on this counter. And when we got home, it was on the floor down here and my wife was blaming the dog and Aunt Angie said, no, she put it on the counter. So twice it ended up on the floor. Okay, one more update before Aunt Angie goes. Aunt Angie was telling me what happened at your place the other day.
My TV blew up on Christmas Day.
Same as mine. So her TV blew up, my TV blew up, and has anything moved at your place? Not that you're aware of?
Keep the old man.
Pay attention, it's coming. Just Gage and I here at the house tonight, guys, and bonus points to any of you who can tell me what I'm watching. I've paused it there. But I'm sitting here on the couch and I'm getting full shivers down the back of my neck, and it just got me thinking again about the strange events that have gone on here in the last week and a half. Box falling out of the closet onto the floor, door opening in front of me, the TV breaking, and then my aunt, who comes over every week to clean my house, she comes over and we usually have a coffee and visit for a bit and, you know, gets her out of the house, gives her a little passive income. She comes to visit me every week. I was not expecting her to tell me that anything strange had happened while she was here. But as soon as I mentioned to her, oh, my bedroom door opened in front of me the other day, she said, well, I wasn't going to say anything, she said, but a really strange thing happened with the Christmas wreath falling off the hearth. And she said it didn't sound anything like that wreath. She thought there was somebody breaking into my house. That's what she said. She grabbed the broom and ran downstairs. She said she thought she heard breaking glass. Anyway, to follow up on my aunt's experience, she also told me that her TV died a couple of days before mine did. And at first I just thought, wow, that's a really strange coincidence. But there is a tie-in here. When I did the session upstairs and I asked specifically who is causing these events in my house, it said, it's Dave. That's my stepdad. Well, oh, there's a full shiver down the back of my neck. Dave knew my aunt before he knew my mom. So my mom was a teenager and Dave was the cool guy that you would go party at his house. He was the guy that all the young ones knew. They all hung out there. He had an apartment that was so big downtown on Main Street. He had the upper floor of one of the buildings and the ceilings were like 24 feet high. I remember this apartment from when I was a kid. It was just massive. And they would have concerts. Everyone would bring their equipment, set up, and they would play music at Dave's. I'll see if I can find some of the photos. We've got some great photos from the early 80s when these guys would show up. And there'd be 100 people in Dave's apartment. And he was a pretty quiet guy as far as I knew him my entire life, but I guess he didn't meet my mom till he was 40. And, or 38, somewhere around there. But I guess up until that point, he lived a pretty adventurous lifestyle, right? He was the guy that everybody wanted to go hang out and party with. The tie-in here is that my aunt knew Dave before my mom my aunt actually introduced my mom to Dave. So the fact that Dave's been trying to get my attention, when I sat down and thought about this, it's no surprise to me that if Dave is here, he would try to get my aunt's attention. And the fact that my TV broke and her TV broke, I think there's more to that. We just can't write off the electronics, the malfunctions, things like that. It is just as important as the boxes that get pushed off the shelf. Can you knock for me? Oh, there's a full shiver down the back of my neck. Can you tap on the wall like you do when I'm sleeping? Did you guys hear that? Did you hear that? I heard a thud on the wall. It was like on the back wall where the headboard is. All right, I'm sure there's more to this story. Whoever's trying to contact me for whatever reason, I'm not 100% sure what the message is. But we're going to be following up in the next few weeks. As always, we're not letting this go. Grant actually did a session on one of Dave's rings, and then that reminded me, I have one of Dave's rings. So my mom actually gave my sister, Grant, myself, and she thinks my uncle one of Dave's rings. We all have his rings, and I have his watch. So, is it Dave? I don't know, but I'm not done trying to get to the bottom of this. Okay, guys. Oh, full shiver down the back of my neck. I'm literally just put the SD card back in the camera. I did a little session film for you guys, showing that I'm sitting here feeling uncomfortable, like there's somebody here, shivers down the back of my neck. Okay, I'm transferring those files onto the computer, and I literally hear 2 taps. That sounded exactly like what I heard the other night again. That sounded like a box landing on the floor in there again. And there's no way. Those boxes do not fall off of my shelf for no reason. That has never happened in 10 years. Oh, full shiver. Like, guys, I don't even want to go look in there. If I could show you my arm right now. Full shivers. Yeah, you heard it too, didn't you? Gage was just sleeping on his bed. Come on. Guys, I don't even want to go in here right now. And I freaking know that sounded the exact same as the other night. Yes, you're friggin' right. I'm telling you guys, that doesn't happen. That's a different box this time. And I'm pretty sure that box was way up in there. Do it again. Push another box off the shelf. Come on, you can do it. That's where it was, and it was that, like that. That cannot fall out of there. Like, there's no way. That box has been there. I've never had a box come off of that shelf in 10 years. And now I've had 2 in the last week and a half. Do it again. Push that same box off the shelf. And if you do, I'm out of here. Come on. Push a box off of there. You're trying to get my attention. You've got my attention. I don't even tell my wife about this stuff because it would freak her out. Did you hear that? Again, 2 taps on the wall. Tap on the wall again. All right. I'm going to ask you to leave. No more box pushing, no more electronic breaking, no more door opening. Whether you're friend, family, whatever, nope. That wasn't open earlier. I'm paying attention to all these little things now, guys, and it's starting to drive me bonkers.